Have you ever noticed that trees and grass start from the same soil but don't grow together forever? A tree rises, grows towards the sky, but grass stays low and grows wide. It's your boy Zawela. In this video, we're going to talk about one deep truth, which is trees don't hang around grass, even though they started from the same place. The point is that you may know someone that you grew up with from the same place, but your growth does not mean that it's on the same direction. What I've learned about life is that sometimes growth means setting distance, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment with your goals, alignment with your purpose, alignment with what God has set you out to be on this planet. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I believe that distance is important for growth, self-empowerment, self-improvement, and self-transformation. The first reason is that growth requires a different environment. A tree does not only need soil for it to grow, it needs water, it needs nutrients, it needs sunlight for it to grow. If a tree only depended on the shade of the grass for it to grow, it would not grow tall. I remember a time in university where I wanted to prepare for examinations. I had a group of friends who, whenever we had free time, they wanted to fill this free time with something to do. In this case, instead of preparing for examinations, they wanted us to all go and have fun and do whatever it is that people do in the nightlife. So I was in an environment where we were not supporting each other. We were not in alignment with our goals. In this case, you don't hate your friends. You are just choosing an environment that's going to support your growth. The second reason is that different lanes require different roles. Grass and trees aren't enemies, they're just built for different roles, and that's okay. Let's say that you and your cousin grew up in a small town. Your cousin, however, decides to live, work, and start a family in this town. Everything that he knows and everything that's important about life is in this town. He doesn't want to move away. He is tied to this town. You, however, you are attracted to traveling, to seeing new places, new countries. You are attracted to going outside of your comfort place. You are not better than your cousin. You are just different. Your path requires different decisions, exposure, and sometimes even distance. The third reason is that staying small keeps you invisible. If a tree tries to remain a blade of grass, it was gonna stay hidden and undeveloped. I had a friend of mine who was talented musically. We all had a friend group where this friend group required everyone to have the same hobbies for them to be in the friend group. They smoked a lot of weed, did a lot of drugs, and drank a lot of alcohol. I myself, someone who was confident in what I wanted in my own life, was able to say no to these people, left the friend group. My friend, however, who was talented musically, was unable to say no to these friends because of whatever reasons that he had. He wanted to fit in, become friends with these people. He was not able to manage and develop his music talent. He even ended up doing poorly in his academics. Suppressing your growth for comfort isn't humility, it's fear. A tree does not decide to grow towards a certain height and decide not to grow again. It grows towards the highest height possible to serve, to provide oxygen, and to provide fruit. Trees don't hang around with grass even though they started from the same place. And neither should you. Don't feel guilty for growing beyond what you have known. Trees grow away from the roots. They are not abandoning the roots. And neither are you. You are not abandoning your roots. Growth is uncomfortable, and so is being stuck. You get to make a choice. You get to make a decision of whether you grow or not. The choice is yours. Because you've stuck around, I'm going to give you extra growth lessons from the tree. Because trees are living organisms, they compete for water, they compete for nutrients, they compete for sunlight. An apple tree, however, will not look at an orange tree and say, I want to make bigger apples than that orange tree. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Your path is going to be different from anyone who's ever lived and anyone who's going to live in the future. You are, as a person, as a human being, unique to anyone who's ever going to exist in the world. Your path, your troubles, your challenges are your own to bear. The second growth lesson from a tree is that trees let things go for them to keep growing. Every year, trees shed leaves for them to keep growing. Trees shed every single thing that they don't need for that particular season for them to keep growing. The question you gotta ask yourself is that what habits do you need to stop for you to keep growing? What relationships do you need to cut off for you to keep growing? What emotions, what mentality, what mindset do you need to stop? Do you need to cut off for you to keep growing? This is a personal question. This is a question that you gotta interrogate yourself. Ask yourself what exactly you need to cut off, what friend groups you need to leave, and what you need to cut off from your life for you to keep growing. The point of the video is that trees don't hang around grass even though they started from the same path. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to embark on a self-empowerment path. It's time for you to take your life into your own hands. It's time for you to get rid of everything that's stopping you to move forward. It's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time for you to move and align with your goals. It's time for you to grow. Trees don't hang around grass even though they started from the same path. Stop being afraid. It's time for you to grow. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. If this was insightful to you, if this was meaningful, share it to a friend, a family member, or to anyone that you think is going to be impactful to. Thank you again for taking your time. See you in the next video.